Welcome, Gemini Cancer, to your in-month reading. Okay, text messages coming in. Talking about that courage and that confidence. I'm really liking that, though, for your energy, knowing that, you know what, you're going to have this spike in courage all of a sudden coming up, right? Just, I mean, it's just like boom. So just really enjoying that idea that, you know what, I'm going to have this zest of life. I'm going to be extra determined. Something is definitely going to make you feel extra determined. It might just be the energy in the air, right? But you're definitely going to feel that. So let's see, just having that spike up for you. Clarify on why that's there. Prosperity begins. So there could be definitely some kind of, you know, this is the Ace of Pentacles coming out. So there could be some kind of news coming out to where it's like, you know what, I feel more grounded. I'm feeling more energetic. I'm feeling like things are actually coming together. And you do have the patience and planning coming out underneath the situation. So it could be definitely something that you're like, you know what, I'm feeling this confidence. I think I'm going to go want to plan something. So it does feel like there is something that's going on that you are feeling like, you know what, I could maybe make more money out of this situation or get something out of this situation. I feel like you're getting very confident because there's something coming towards you, right, that is telling you, you know what, if I plan for this, something amazing is going to happen. That's exactly what it is. If I do this, something amazing is going to come out of this. And it's definitely some kind of celebration. For some of you, you might be, you know, planning some kind of date night or some kind of party or some kind, you know, something that you want to go out and do with friends, family. But definitely whatever's going on over here, it's definitely this feeling that you are having the overall victory, my friends. So there's definitely something that's balancing out, and there's a lot of patience over here. So it could have been even something that you've been waiting for. Maybe you've been waiting for this person to call and ask you to go out on this date, right? I mean, that is the Ace of Pentacles, right? So clarify on the patience and planning, please. Yeah, it could have been something that you weren't sure if there was going to be some kind of right choice to the decision before. So I think before there was some kind of overload. There was something that you weren't sure if this was going to actually go in your favor at the time. I think you also didn't give it a lot of, I just feel like in the past you just didn't give it too much attention. You know, but now that it's kind of come back around, you know what, it's kind of pumped you up and you're kind of like, you know what, yeah, you know, this is going to work. I kind of thought about it at one time, or I heard about this, you know, and I was just not sure. Could have even been some kind of rumor that was going around that you just kind of, I don't know. Think about that when that time comes up. Didn't feel like it was something you wanted to go defeating all ends for some of you. Some of you are like, you know, I just didn't feel like this was meant for me. And I always kind of told myself if it was meant for me, then it'll come to me, right? That I'm not going to go chasing rainbows, chasing butterflies, right? So however it is, you do have the Empress though. So however it just kind of like, I don't know, it feels like it kind of circled back towards you, right? This idea, this thing that's going on around you, it just kind of came back around. It could have been something too that you were, you know, trying to accomplish, that you weren't sure you were going to accomplish this, but it does feel like it's coming back. It's just going to come back around. That's all it is. And now it's, you know, it's going to give you that extra boost of confidence that's going to say, you know what, we're going to redo this. We're going to actually look at this. We're going to actually go after this. I do like that. There's going to make a lot of discoveries over here. With the Ace of Wands, I mean, you guys could be definitely dealing with some kind of Libra, or some kind of Aries, or Sagittarius for sure. But definitely there's some kind of new project or something. And, you know, it could have been the urge to create. Maybe it was something you weren't sure if you wanted to create anything on. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sure if I want to do that. So let's see over here. But now it's justified. Now it's saying, well, it's going to come through. If it's a court case that you were waiting on, Or maybe you're waiting for this certain lawyer to come towards you because you knew that they were the best, but you weren't going to push everything. I mean, we have a lot of balance. We have a lot of justice over here. A lot of Libra energy going on. So if you guys are definitely dealing with a Libra, dude, there is something, you know, it's very Libran over here. I just want you to know. I literally have 3 cards of Libra. So if you guys know you're dealing with a Libra, then there's something very justified coming out of this. And if you've been patiently waiting on a Libra to come your way, but you didn't want to kind of force the issue, they're definitely coming towards you. If it was a reconciliation, they're definitely coming to reconcile, or either that, or they're definitely coming in with some kind of new opportunity and they want to do this with you. Oh my God, yeah, because they're, no matter what, dude, whatever's going to happen over here, it's going to be stable. It's going to have that contribution. It's going to make you wealth. You know, it's going to bring the wealth in. It's going to bring the love in. It's something you're looking for attainment of. Even if at one time you were like, nah. I just feel like at one time you were just kind of, I don't know. But now you have this sudden awareness that, you know what? Okay, well, look, if you're going to try to get my attention about the situation, fine. Because that overall confidence, like I said, is coming up right now. That's really crazy because it just feels like there was kind of, I don't know if I really wanted to take that situation. But now that the opportunity is really just kind of in my focus, coming at me, and bringing in this different kind of energy, I like that. Maybe you did feel like there was a lot of competition. Maybe if you're dealing with a Libra too in love, I want to say maybe you felt they had a lot of competition and you were like, I don't want to be a part of the competition. It's this, you know, competition for me is not it. I don't want to, because that's going to bring up a lot of upheaval. It's going to bring in a lot of conflict. I don't want any of that, right? So it just kind of feels that way. Whatever's going on over here, it just felt like, I'd have to win at all odds, and you didn't want to kind of play the game because it didn't feel like it was worth it. But now something is changing around. Whatever is coming back around, it's definitely worth it. Whether it's the love or planning this adventure or whatever is going on. Wow. Taking a total 360 over here the way that it was. And it's kind of crazy though, my friends, because I want to tell you that it actually feels like it was something that was from a couple of months ago. You know, you could have said, they came at me in January or February, and now it's just kind of, you know. And no, I wouldn't be worried about it because of the Mercury retrograde. I wouldn't worry about that at all. Now you have the Empress. Yeah. The Empress says, no, you're going to, it's everything that you're doing is what it's supposed to be doing. You have the Empress now twice. So it doesn't feel like it's just something hasty. See, I think that's what it was. I just keep getting that feeling you thought it was going to be something hasty. I just don't want to throw myself out there. Yeah, because for a lot of you, it was love. And it just felt like it was a lot of devil energy. With the Six of Pentacles, you're just like, too much competition. There's too much of a battle. Too many other things going on. I just feel like it was hasty. I didn't want to put myself in that love situation or even go after, you know, them. Maybe they just got out of a nasty relationship, or, you know, they just didn't seem to, you know, or they just seem to be around a lot of other people, and you're just, Yeah, Eight of Swords. It was something you just didn't want to do because you would have if you would have went after this and tried with this with the Three of Pentacles, it would have just ended up you in your head, and you said, I'm not playing that. I don't want to play that. We'll just try something else. Yeah, so you're standing up for your own self over here, saying, nah, I just tried something else. So I am loving that. So the near future over here, though, it is literally saying, though, with the positive movement forward over here, you are definitely getting the Ace. Yeah, because it's having this transformation in the way everything is working. It's almost like it gradually just came through. So you have the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups says, yeah, well, now you're going to go after what is coming towards you. So you have that opportunity with the Two of Swords. With the Queen of Wands again. So you definitely know where you're standing and how confident you are about this situation. I just feel like you're like, okay, well, you know what? We're going to try this. We're going to do this, and I'll give everything I have. If it doesn't work out, then I'll just throw it away. I'm not worried about it. Yeah, I literally see that with the Seven of Swords. Justice to the Seven of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune, though. So I do feel like it is justified for you to do that. But I do see with the Ten of Cups in reverse, you're saying, if this doesn't work, I'll just walk away from this situation. But I do see the Wheel of Fortune, so I wouldn't be worried about that. This is saying that, you know what, it had its ups and downs and all, but it's justifiably coming through. And it's, you know, the truth is that it will come through because you have the Strength card with Herald the Cups. Herald the Cups is saying, well, you have the determination with the desires and all the passions coming through. Everything's going to work out for the best of that situation. I just really do think, though, that if, you know, if it does take a turn, you'll just walk away. Because your confidence level is high enough to say, I don't have any problems walking away from this situation. I put what I put into it. I'll do what I'm going to do in it. I'll have that self-confidence and that positivity to move towards it. But because I never really did put anything towards it before, you know, hey, if they want to try this, let's go for it. So here comes that opportunity, you know, that you were, you know, kind of thinking about. Love it, you guys. Love it, love it. If it's love, let's see what's going on. A couple of love cards over here for you guys. We have the children over here. Your love life could be affected by children. We have new love. Okay, and we also have religious factors. So maybe that's another thing too. Maybe that was another reason what the conflict was. You know, but there is a lot of passion. Okay, so allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Okay, for some of you, it is a reconciliation of some marriage. So if you do feel, we do have a lot of marriage cards over here. You know, so if you do feel like, you know, you're getting a divorce or something, maybe they want to, you know, maybe they want to come back and say, hey, you know what? You know, maybe I won't take you for everything, you know. Till next time, my friends. Peace and love. Bye-bye.